Candace here. Welcome back for another video. Today's video is going to be about the do's and don'ts of networking. We need to talk about it, okay? Because some of us have been making some mistakes, and I don't want that for you. I want you to have a nice, graceful, organic experience as you expand your network and to remove the cringe, okay? So we're going to talk about some of my tips on how I'm able to network in a way that is organic to me and that has actually worked out my favor while also not being a vampire to the person that I am retrieving information or resources from. The first thing you must know about networking is that it is a two-way street. I know that sometimes we kind of like turn on our little networking switch when we're in a pinch and we need something. So we're looking for anybody to help us solve this problem. And it's just like, you know, if that's the case, if you don't have the time, then you can find somebody who actually offers that resource that you're looking for as a service and you can pay that person. But if you're looking to kind of just like take resources from someone without paying them, you know, then yeah. We need to talk about that because there is a way to do it and a way not to do it. So here's my view on networking. I feel that networking is such a dirty word and people have misused it and they don't really understand it. And that's why we see so many mistakes happen with it consistently. I compare everything to fitness, so I'm going to explain it in a fitness terminology, right? When you're in your little fitness cycle and you're working out and you have a goal and you're trying to, I don't know, lose weight or whatever, you know that you have to be consistent with it. You can't just work out one day a month and expect to drop 25 pounds. It just doesn't work like that. You have to put in effort every single day. Even if one day you're only going for a walk, the next day you're pumping iron in the gym for 2 hours, whatever the case may be, you know that you have to put that work in. And it is the same way with networking. If you want to see the payoff of it, you have to put the work in. The reason why you have to do that is because there are billions of people on this planet. So who's going to remember little old you after some very passive message that you sent on LinkedIn and you never followed up, you never connected to the person? So how can they even remember you? Now, I have made that mistake times before too. So you aren't alone in that, but just be aware of it, that you do have to put the work in. So when it comes to LinkedIn, and I'm talking about LinkedIn because obviously we're talking about careers and LinkedIn is a professional website. I am a strong believer in following people's posts. So if it's somebody that I want to connect with, either they have like a job title that I've been eyeing or they work for a company I want to work for, I want to follow them. I want to see what type of content they are putting out, and I'm going to engage with that content. And hopefully the content is actually good, because sometimes that's a struggle. Sometimes you're following people and they don't post and it's just like, I can't engage with you because you aren't posting. It's like a multi-step process. So first I will follow the person just so that they are a part of my universe and I can see what they're posting. Or maybe they don't post on LinkedIn, but you have made that connection with them on LinkedIn. And maybe they are active on somewhere like Threads. You can follow them on Threads and you can just follow them there. But you've made that initial professional connection on LinkedIn should you ever need to fall back on the professional side. So again, follow them so you can be a part of their universe. You can comment on their posts. You can share their posts and add your 2 cents. You can tag them in posts. Let's say they aren't a poster, but they are doing amazing things in their industry. You can say, wow, I really love this project that Brenda did and her team. They really did this amazing job. Kudos to them. Shout out, tag, boom. They get the notification and it's like, oh my gosh, thank you. And now you guys are connected, you know, and you can send them a message like, hey, of course, I'm glad you enjoyed my post and I look forward to seeing more of your content. I would love to connect outside of the LinkedIn universe one day. Please let me know when a good time is for you. That's it. That's it. And then you want to continuously engage with the person because naturally this is somebody that you like, right? You really like this person. So it's going to be a natural, just like we're friends now, we're besties. Again, it's really simple. It's easy. You don't want to ask for something on the first message. Now, I have made that mistake before because I know I have to do that with some people. Like, if they are not social, if they just aren't social and they're just on LinkedIn just to talk about the jobs that they need to fill, they may not want to be your friend. And that's okay. You can just keep it on that tip. Like, hey, I saw you posted this job. I would like to send my resume. Please let me know if, you know, you would love to chat or anything like that. Any kind of, you know, there are different ways you can say this. I'm actually going to put a link below on, regarding messages that you can send to people like that on LinkedIn and others, just to kind of give you some ideas. But again, you want to make it your own. You want it to be from your own voice, and you want it to be natural and organic. When people are sharing things that they have going on, support them. Support them, especially if you're not doing nothing but watching Netflix all day, okay? If you have time in your schedule to listen in on a LinkedIn Live or, you know, watch somebody on Instagram, if they've asked you to and to engage with them, it literally costs you nothing. Like, just do it. And the goal of networking is to expand your universe. You know, the bigger your universe and your world is, the better your chances are at landing at places you want to be and rubbing elbows with the people you want to be around. Just be open, you know, make that a part of your day to day. Like, I have to network. I need to talk to people. Actually, networking benefits you because, again, you are reading what people are posting and you're learning from them, and you can put all of those little nuggets in your toolkit and you can just make better informed decisions. Like, when you give yourself time for the relationship to formulate, you might decide like, I don't think I really want to work for that company. You know, they're a little old school, whatever the case may be. But that's the beauty of being a part of someone's network, because they may not have a job right now, but 6 months from now, they may have the perfect job for you. And it's like, you're top of mind. You're just like, oh, okay, yeah, I remember Carrie. We need to, let me put your application in and I'll put my name on it. Like, things like that. Also utilize networking to gain insights and information. I recently did this because, as you guys know, I work in media and our industry is going through it right now. So everybody's looking for other things to do. And one of the things I was interested in was communications. And there's this man that I follow on LinkedIn. He's a communications leader and expert, and he's always sharing jobs, opportunities, and tips. So I decided to, you know, send him a message one day because, first of all, it's true. You are truly like one of God's favorites. Like, you are just like Mother Teresa in my eyes if you're sharing jobs in your industry on LinkedIn, because we already know the competition is fierce and you're just willingly just sharing those jobs. Like, I love people like that. So I knew he had a good heart. And I sent him a message like, hey, I've been loving your content. It has really helped me along. I was wondering if we can hop on a Zoom call one day so you can maybe go over my work and tell me, you know, give me some tips and advice on how to get into the industry. And like, he was like, sure. And we had a Zoom call and I was just so grateful. I was just like, what? Are you kidding me? And he just gave me so many gems. I didn't have to pay for it. However, if he asked me to pay for it, I would have paid for it because I am very respectful of people's business boundaries. But I was really just like appreciative of that. Networking can be a way for you to gain insights, but you have to be polite. You have to engage with the person's content, because I'm pretty sure he saw me and his likes, because I'm liking his stuff all day. And it's literally free. It's literally free. You just have to make yourself accessible and available. Accessible and available. Okay? And lastly, let's talk about the don'ts. We talked about the do's. Let's talk about the don'ts of networking. Mindset, right? First of all, networking is not a race, okay? I know you're trying to reach a goal, but like, you trying to rush through the building blocks of networking is not going to put you any closer to your goal. It's actually going to be a turnoff to the people that you're trying to appeal to. So make sure that you're just like not being rude and pushy and demanding of people's time, because it doesn't work like that. And it's not fair to them. They're human. They have the same needs that maybe you have. So it's just like, Okay, it doesn't work like that. So make sure you know who you're addressing. Like, oh my gosh, I've seen some horror stories of people addressing people by the wrong name, misspelling their name. Don't do that. Make sure you know who you're talking to. Make sure you have the right person at the right company before you just screw that whole thing up. Don't dump on people. Like if it's your first message with that person, be natural. Like, hey, so-and-so, how are you? I just wanted to say I love your content and I hope that we can connect, you know, one day I'm in your city or something like that. Like, that's it. Then, you know, because actually when you appear human and natural and just like, hey girl, hey, that's when you get more respect versus you putting this person on a pedestal and you're like,
Master King Lord, please read my resume.
You know, now it's just like, I don't even want to read your resume. Because first of all, I don't want to read your resume because first of all, I'm not working. This is my LinkedIn page. So why do I have to read your resume? So it's, you know, it's just like, no, don't do that. Another thing is do post. I guess that's a do, right? Don't not post. We're gonna go with that. Don't not post, okay? Post on LinkedIn. I have my little moments where I go silent on LinkedIn, and that's because I'm working on something. I'm working on something. So if you have a reason to be silent, by all means, I understand and I get it. But if you are just like on there and you're just applying to jobs, you're not connecting with all of these people, then you're not doing it right. So some of the things you can talk about things happening in your industry. You can talk about your goals. You can talk about something that you found really cool. You can talk about work life. You can talk about just, you know, anything, right? Just make sure it's appropriate for the platform. It's not crude. It's not going to generate unnecessary controversy because I see that a lot and I get turned off. And yeah, it's just not fun. Why would I want to party with negative Nancy? It doesn't make sense. I think that just about covers it. I want to know, what are some of your networking tips? And if you have any questions about anything that I mentioned in this video, please leave a comment below. I will get back to you. And yeah, I would love to work with you guys on this. If anybody out there sees this video and they're kind of like struggling to kind of get their footing on places like LinkedIn, I am here to help. Just send me a message and we can go from there. And until next time, guys, I will talk to you soon. Bye.